engines. Honda's having problems. Are they not making them as good as they used to? Well, here's a brand new 2026 Accord, and we're going to go through the whole thing to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the funny, and the actual truth about these cars, so you can make a wise decision if you're thinking about buying one. Now, if you look at the overall picture, 2025, they sold 150,000 of these. But Toyota, the same period, sold 330,000 of these Camrys. So they're obviously losing the war to Toyota Camry, but what about the car itself? This is a basic Accord. It's the basic model. He paid $29,000 for it. So I paid $31,000 for the Camry, so that's a good price. This isn't a hybrid. The Camry's a hybrid. Now, he's a young guy, so I'm assuming he drives fast. He gets 26 miles a gallon. 52 in a Camry, so he probably wouldn't get that if he drove that, but still, you know, it is what it is. Under the hood is a 1.5 liter Honda engine with a turbocharger. All right, it puts out 190 something horsepower. I got 30 more in a Camry because it's a hybrid. It gets more horsepower, right? The only thing that I have against this, Honda makes excellent engines. Their 1.5 liter engines themselves are relatively bulletproof and change the oil every 5,000 miles. Now, granted, some of the early 1.5 Honda Accord turbos, I had customers with them in Houston. They'd get an oil dilution problem. They get gas diluting with the oil. They pretty much figured that out, but still, it's a turbocharged engine. It's not going to last as long. It's not going to be a regular Honda that go 400, 500, 600,000 miles because of all that extra pressure. So, if you don't want this, you'd pay a little bit more and you would get the hybrid version, because the Honda hybrid versions aren't turbocharged. They've got the gasoline and the electric motors. Electric motors have a lot of torque. They don't need a turbocharger to go fast. So, if you're thinking about longest life, best gas mileage, you probably pay a little bit extra and get the hybrid version. Now, I do have to give Honda kudos on this, because as you can see on the top, it says to use 0W20, and that makes sense. In that respect, Honda hasn't jumped on the boat as crazy Toyota has in my Camry and say use 0W8 oil, right? They realize they got a turbocharged engine, puts out decent horsepower. It needs a 020. You need more protection for the turbo spinning around. 8's a little bit too thin for that. Now, maybe Toyota's right with the hybrid Camry because it doesn't have a turbo, doesn't have all that extra pressure, right? So, at least they made sense on that. They didn't put 0W8. Now we can say we have a better gas mileage rating in the United States. They didn't do it, so kudos to Honda for that. Well, let's take a look inside. Remember, this is the basic car. Nice, comfy canvas seats. I like them. They hold up over time. They're very comfy. They don't have you get really hot in the sun or really cold in the winter or leather, and they tend to hold up a lot better than leather. Now, I don't particularly like the screen here. The screen looks like an afterthought. It's just sticking up in the air. You know, I would have integrated it better myself. There's the little Honda logo. As you can see, they're sharing data with Honda. If you don't want it, you can push it, you can turn that off. A very nice digital setup here. That horrible automatic start stop, but as you see, I just turned it off. I'll show you here. It's on. Now it's off. I would turn it off myself. Of course, it's got electric parking brake that'll do, but it also has a brake hold, so you don't keep your foot on the brake. That'll hold the car. The car, this is their bottom line Accord. It's got electric windows, but it only has one air conditioning heating control. You can't control the dual sides. Oh, wham. It's a basic car, hey? Look. It's got adaptive cruise control. You can set the following interval, how close you want to get. The hood's open, so that kind of gets away. We'll do it over there. When you set it, you can change how close you follow from near to far. And it works quite well, so you get adaptive cruise control in a basic car. Doesn't have a sunroof, which is fine by me. I think they're a complete waste of time. I do not have one in my Camry. I do not want one. Charging outputs. It also has a direct charger for your phone there. You can just lay it down. Let's say I want to get a little better gas mileage. You can push it in economy. You can see now the economy is on. Turn it off. So let's check out the back seat. What have we got in the back seat? He's got the seat the whole way back, and there's still quite a bit of room. I'm the big guy. There's still plenty of room, and it's got power on and off like my Camry, and heating and air conditioning vents. Now check out the trunk. And it's got a nice sized trunk. Hey, look, he follows me. He's got Rain-X waterless and new finish. And a whole bunch of microfiber towels. He's a smart man. But it's got a very deep, big trunk. Check it out. Yes, indeed. It has a spare tire. Now, mind you, it's a donut tire, but at least it has a spare. If there's one thing I can't stand, you buy a new car, you don't even get a spare tire, right? A lot of these cars now, they have a little air pump and a little tire repair kit. Well, that isn't going to do you any good if you hit a curb or you hit a piece of glass that shreds the tire. You're going to be SOL up the creek without a paddle, and you can't do anything about it. At least it's got a spare tire and a jack. Kudos for them leaving it in, right? My Camry's also got a spare tire in it. It's a handy thing to have. Now, a lot of companies take it out for two reasons. They're cheap, they don't have to make them, saves them money, and two, it makes the car weigh that little bit more, and they're all worried about gas mileage ratings. Like, okay, a spare tire, as soon as one person gets in, they're probably 7 to 10 spare tire weights, so what difference does that make? Some nice Honda alloy wheels, disc brakes all around. And this is front wheel drive, not all wheel drive. So many people get carried away with, I gotta have all wheel drive. Yeah, then you gotta buy all 4 tires. If a tire goes bad, you're gonna get worse gas mileage, yada yada. If you do put snow tires on, you gotta buy 4 snow tires, baby. That's not cheap, and then swap them out. It's more expense. Hey, he's in Rhode Island. Most people here don't even bother putting snow tires on their cars. They know how to plow stuff. They had a big snow this year, the biggest in 100 years or something, but normally it doesn't snow all that much. And with front wheel drive car, heck, my mother drove a Toyota Corolla front wheel drive in Buffalo for decades, and it worked perfectly fine. So if you don't need front wheel drive, don't spend the money. You'll get worse gas mileage. You gotta buy more tires. Front wheel drive works quite well. So let's take her for a spin. We'll start her up, decent backup camera, and look, you can play around with it. If you're worried about you're close to something, you can do a close view. You can have a tighter view, or my favorite, the wide angle view, so you can see if anybody's getting near you, especially in my neighborhood with people driving like lunatics. They come flying down the road, and if you might not see them, you're going to say goodbye. Works quite well. First thing I say, it's smooth as can be. It's a 4-cylinder turbo, but really, Honda knows how to make engines, right? Now, it is a 4-door sedan. We're going to go over the big bump, see how it handles that. It handles it quite fine, you know. Let's face it is a reasonably small wheelbase car. You know, it's not going to ride like an old school Cadillac, but they do handle quite well. People who like handling and zippy cars, you know, they'll often gravitate towards Honda like this guy did. But then again, he's never driven a 26 Toyota Camry Hybrid, which has 30 more horsepower than this thing has. And I bought the SE, which has the handling package, and it actually handles better than the Accord does. And it's also a little zippier with a hybrid engine. It has more horsepower, and of course the electric motor really gives it takeoff torque. In the Camry, where this is using a turbo engine, it's got to spool up a little. Turn the automatic start off. I hate that stuff. Annoys the heck out of me. Nobody's coming, so we'll give it a little gas. There goes the turbo. See, when the turbo kicks in, it really flies. There's no arguing that. But it's not instant torque. It takes a short time for it to spool up. See there, it just kicked in and you get more pickup. It's a fun car to drive, you know, there's no arguing that. It's fun, very comfortable. Watch out for the crazies. Here they come. They have no patience in Rhode Island. They block the road. They're nice people, but they get behind the wheel and they turn into animals. They feel as if they own the road. Very smooth handling car, though, I have to say, you know. Nothing wrong with the way it drives and handles. I mean, I'd want to get more than 20-something miles a gallon myself. But as the saying goes, if you want speed, how much money do you want to spend and how much gasoline do you want to use? It's got all the modern conveniences that you need. Nice adaptive cruise control, brake hold. And I know I sound like a broken record, but if you change the engine oil in this thing every 5,000 miles with full synthetic and a synthetic filter, this engine should last for hundreds of thousands of miles. But you gotta change the oil. Now, this was made in Ohio. They've been making Accords in Ohio for a long time. They've made millions of them, and they do a pretty good job. Okay, so what do I think about this new Accord? Well, I think that sedans are going to make a comeback. One, he's a young guy. Young people want to rebel against their parents' excesses, right? Riding around in SUVs all the time. Plus, the SUVs just cost so much more money. Equivalent SUV is going to be anywhere from $45,000 to $60,000. It's in excess of money. And of course, they get even worse gas mileage. So it looks to me like sedans are making a comeback. And this, for its money, low price, 29 grand he paid for, even here on the East Coast, is a well-made car. It's got most of what people want in a car. It's got 4 doors, got a big trunk. It's got a reliable Honda powertrain in it. And now you know what you get in one of these things for what you pay, so you can make a wise decision.